This is a Traxxas TRX4 High Trail Edition, and it comes in black or red. It's a beautiful K10 body style with a factory lift kit right from Traxxas. Great truck. I've had many good runs with it. It's got a little bit of a high center of gravity, so it's a little bit tippy, but it still performs pretty well. This truck is packed with different features, from the portal axles to the locking differentials and a 2-speed gearbox. It makes it a great all-around truck to use with many different applications. One of my favorite features of this truck so far is the clipping system, which is just clips right under the wheel wells here, and they're just push clips. You can take the body off. You can see the clips built into the inner cage here, and they just push. These have held up good so far. I'm not sure long term how they'll do, but it's a lot easier to take off than your regular hood pin style. The body on this truck is beautiful. Obviously mine has taken some damage and some falls, so it's a little bit dinged up, but I think the square body style K10 pickup is a great addition to the TRX4 line. I really like it. Let's take a closer look at those portal axles. You can see them right here. The center of the wheel is actually further down than the center of the axle, and this gives you some extra clearance when going over obstacles. It's not lined up with the center point of the axle. This will definitely help on rock climbing and clearing all sorts of different types of obstacles, but it also causes a little bit of drivetrain movement, so there's a little bit of slack in the drive line when you have a portal axle. Just showing the link suspension here, the drive shafts, which have a slip yoke built into them at your portal axles. It's pretty nice. I've used this quite a bit, and this one hasn't taken too much damage. You can see that I've obviously hit the diff a couple of times. Another cool feature of this truck is the ESC, which has pre-programmed settings that you can use for different things like trail crawling, just driving, or full-on crawling, and it changes the way that the system brakes. So if you're on a hill, it'll hold the hill and apply brakes, essentially keeping you in place on some of those programs, where some of the other programs it will just let the truck roll. And you just activate that by holding down the power button when you're turning it on. You hold it down for a certain amount of blinks and you let go when you want to get the program that you want. And there's quite a few programs. I think there's 5 different programs that are listed in the manual. On the controller, you can see this switch up top. This switch is for your diffs. You can go all unlocked, front, or all locked. And this will give you some different options when you're off-roading, depending on how hard your terrain is, or if you're just driving. You know, if you're just driving, you can keep them open. And then as it gets harder, you can lock the front, or you can lock them all. Now that I explained some of the basics of the TRX4 High Trail, let's go take it out on some rocks and see how it does.